Welcome to Just a Taste, a place to season your soul. Thank you for joining us at Just a Taste, where today we look at what God feels about worship. What God feels about worship has more to do with what He gives us. Far too long we have guessed and made assumptions as to what He wants, and while we might have been hitting around the target, here is where we get to the heart of the matter. Let's simply ask Him, God, what are you seeking? Yes, He seeks us when we are off track, and as we look around the landscape and see the things going on in the world, we, the church, have missed and continue to miss the mark. Our focus is all wrong. Yes, we should feed and clothe the poor. We should help the widow and the orphan. We should fight against oppression and tyranny. We should seek righting the wrongs for those who have been discriminated against. Should give a voice to the unborn who are brutally murdered daily. But don't you think God is concerned for all of that? All our rallying for or against these things might produce something from time to time, but when we get down to it, when we lift back the veil, is it affecting change where it really matters? A friend of my wife and mine said something the other day. She said, changing hearts. This is what Jesus does, and that is the only way things will change. We will see change when our hearts change. And so when He changes the heart, it's forever. So let's ask Him again, God, what are you looking for? See, I read somewhere that God is not looking for ethical people. He's not looking for decent people, or He's not looking for appreciative people. He's not looking for humble people. He's not looking for sociable people. God's not looking for spiritual people. He's not looking for churchgoers. He's not even looking for believers or baptized people or even Christians. God's not even looking for followers, and He's certainly not looking for leaders. John 4:23 says, the hour is coming and is now here when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father is seeking such people to worship Him. See, the world is full of thirsty people dipping into wells looking for water, wells of work, wells of money, wells of fashion, wells of politics, status, people, of perceptions. And to be honest with you, I could say that there are times I find myself a thirsty person, yet my wells have taken on a more spiritual look over the years. I now drink from the well of Bible study, ministry studies, ministry opportunities, work at the church, etc. And sometimes I forget that it's Jesus alone who is my source of living water. And it's then that Jesus gently knocks on the door of my heart. And recently with the phrase from verse 28 out of John 4, it says, then leaving her water jar. Just as the Samaritan woman did, we've got to leave our water jar behind as a reminder that the water which we once relied on cannot compare to that which Jesus offers. And in receiving that water, we turn it into worship, true worship. And why? Because that's what God's looking for, true worshipers. Because it isn't so much about Him getting worshipped, because when He gets worshipped, I no longer thirst. Just a Taste is a feature of Panem Ministries.